Daniel always believed that hard work would eventually pay off. He thought that if he just pushed hard enough, life would reward him. But reality hit him like a freight train. In a cruel twist of fate, he lost his job, went through a painful breakup, and found himself buried in debt while caring for his sick mother. He had officially entered the darkest period of his life. Many mornings, Daniel couldn't even find the strength to get out of bed. He felt trapped, as if he were locked inside a windowless room with no light, no door, and absolutely no way out. Every single day was a loop of the same painful questions. Do I still matter? Should I even keep going? One evening, while wandering aimlessly through the city streets, Daniel stumbled upon a free art class for underprivileged children. He lingered in the doorway, ready to turn and walk away, when a small boy gently tugged on his sleeve. "Mister," the boy asked, "do you want to color with me?" Hesitantly, Daniel sat down. The boy's name was Noah. He was only 10 years old, had lost his father, and his mother was battling cancer. Yet, despite everything, Noah had the brightest, most genuine smile Daniel had ever seen. As they colored together, Daniel couldn't help but ask, "Aren't you sad with everything you're going through?" Noah paused his drawing, looked up with thoughtful eyes, and said something that made Daniel freeze in his tracks. "Of course, I get sad. But if the road that I'm walking is too dark, then I'll just become the one who carries the light." Daniel was speechless. This little boy, who had every reason to be bitter and resentful, chose courage over despair. That night, for the first time in months, Daniel went home feeling a tiny spark ignite within him. The next day he went back to the art class, this time as a volunteer. Soon, he became one of the center's most dedicated men. When he finally shared his own story with the center's director, she just smiled knowingly. "You know," she said, "so many people come here thinking they're helping the kids. But in the end, it's always the kids who help us find ourselves again." And she was absolutely right. Months flew by. Daniel slowly began to piece his life back together. He found a new, better job, paid off his debts, and most importantly, he rediscovered his purpose. On the day he was promoted to team leader at his new company, a vivid memory flashed in his mind. Noah, holding a bright red crayon, drawing a single flower blooming in the middle of a dark, black sky. The boy didn't try to erase the darkness. Instead, he chose to bring light into it. Daniel began his acceptance speech with a line that silenced the entire room. "When life grows dark," he said, his voice steady and clear, "don't wait for someone to turn on the light for you. Become the light yourself." In that moment, Daniel knew he had finally stepped out of the darkness, not just for himself, but to shine for others. If you found this story meaningful, please like and subscribe. It gives me more motivation to create videos like this. Thank you so much for watching.